initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Jak se jmenoval tam ten herec?
I have a real craving for barbecue. Hard to find a good restaurant around here, though. Might have to try my luck and head to another district. Hard to find a good restaurant around here, though. Might have to try my luck and head to another district.
How about a few credits? Come on. Don't be shy. Be generous.
We won't push you aside for your augments. We want you to be part of something. Santo and augmented people, just like you, are creating the future. Together.
I don't know. Santo is like this.
Don't do anything suspicious.
Access granted.
freeze to death.
What is this?
Well, I was here, but...
Got what you're looking for.
Yes, I heard. Did the police check your papers? You don't look like you belong here.
What is this city coming to?
That's quite a look. Pardon? Dovolení.
Od tohoto incidentu násilí ze strany augmentovaných i vůči po celém světě zesílilo a místní... Tady nemají dostatek prostředků, aby se s tím vypořádali. Slečna Sato hodlá během svého pobytu navštívit co možná nejvíce zpustošených arabských národů, aby vyhodnotila jejich situaci a lépe pochopila, proč se kdysi prosperující města jako třeba Dubaj z incidentu ještě plně nevzpamatovala. Reportérům na Makadamu sdělila, že doufá, že její hlášení, které odešle OSN po skončení cesty, umožní členům Rady bezpečnosti dosáhnout uvážlivého a jednomyslného rozhodnutí. Debata ohledně drastických kroků za účelem zmírnění globálního násilí stále probíhá. Miliardář a obchodní magnát Nathaniel Brown připustil, že extrémní počasí pozdrželo výstavbu v Raviách, zářivého města vytištěného na 3D tiskárně, které se pro augmentované budovy obavy a Přišlo několik desítek cestujících a ve městě se opět zedmula vlna strachu z velkodušného teroristického pekla. Železniční doprava do Prahy byla přesměrována, zatímco forenzní vyšetřovatelé v troskách hledají odpovědi. V této chvíli ještě není jisté, kdo za útokem stojí, ale vzhledem k podobným bombovým útokům zacíleným na zákonodárce a policejní okrsek na počátku roku je možné, že za výbuchem mohou stát augmentovaní teroristé, nespokojení s pražským modelem licencování augmentací a relokačních programů. Jak řekl představní policie.
Alex, this whisper chip you gave me, it's an easy plant?
You're heading into TF-29? Already?
Our enemies aren't waiting around while we lick our wounds.
Fair enough. There'll be a data port on the NSN's motherboard. Access it and then just plug and play. Or plug and record in this case.
Got it. I'll let you know when it's done.
Verified. Agent Adam Jensen.
These guys are quiet from Dubai office. Still have no idea who they are. We're looking into it. You're right.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Somewhere in this city, there's a mob-owned casino in the sewer. Now I've heard everything. Imagine you're a lieutenant in a crime family, and your boss sets you up in the sewer. I bet you'd be pretty pissed at him. Imagine you're a lieutenant in a crime family, and your boss sets you up in the sewer. I bet you'd be pretty pissed at him.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Patience is the first thing you learn to have. Second,
we got
is a good
this.
soft chair.
Thanks. We got this. Thanks.
Listen up, team. What's their status? Where was that
Right now, I think my blood is
The
about
Jinn
60%
can run,
caffeinated.
but they can't hide.
Listen up.
The Jinn can run, but they can't hide.
Listen up, team. What's their status? Where was that chopper headed?
I have
We'll get him for you, Jensen.
I'll nail it.
I have 3
No, I will.
airfields in Qatar that are promising, but they're privately owned, and nobody can get close enough to take a look.
I got a whole lot of nothing. Every time I send someone to follow up on a lead, it turns out
Right
the
now, I think
buildings
my
are
blood is about
abandoned,
60%
burned out.
caffeinated.
We'll get him for you, Jensen.
I got a whole lot of
So
nothing.
you succeeded in Dubai.
Every time I
Big
send
deal.
someone to follow up on a lead, it turns out the buildings are abandoned,
You did
burned
us
out,
proud in
or bombed into
Dubai. I'm
rubber.
impressed.
We're almost there.
I close my eyes, but all I see is strings of
Jesus
code scrolling
Christ.
on my lids.
There was another attempt to breach our firewall last night.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
I've been trying to ID the bodies of the people who crashed the operation in Dubai. Every mystery team corpse I've checked so far has been totally clean, like he never existed. Whoever these people are, they're damn good. Every mystery team corpse I've checked so far has been totally clean, like he never existed. Whoever these people are,
This is so weird. There was a code signal sent to the Dubai hotel before our mystery guest showed up. I'm working on decrypting it.
I've been trying to ID the bodies of the people who crashed the operation in Dubai.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list. These guys might as well be ghosts.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Access denied.
I feel terrible for his wife.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Things got pretty hairy in the ride. The Jinn still believe what seems so
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
There was another attempt to breach our firewall last night.
These guys might as well be close.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
They have better software. What are your chances? Are always two versions behind. Run DNA checks for all the outcomes. Right now, I think my blood is about to.
Slyšíte mě? Vypadni odsud, ty šroube! Já s tím neměl nic společného, ty kreténe! Můžeš mě zmlátit, mořit hladem, to je fuk, pravdu nezměníš! Lidi mě budou hledat, vy kreténi! Nemůžete mě nechat zmizet! Tví šéfové hledají obětního beránka, ale já se jen tak nedám. To jim klidně vyřiď, šroube! Tví šéfové hledají obětního beránka, ale já se jen tak nedám. To jim klidně vyřiď, šroube! Tohle nemůžete!
Send out their
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Do the Jinn still believe what Singh told them, or don't they? We need to know.
A word of advice, stay off the Aug Rights web pages this week.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet. Nothing. These guys might as well be ghosts.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
This is so weird.
Access granted.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere. I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing. You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
All of them occurring after Dr. Status Rights, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Briefly when ambushed. I'll nail him.
Dark days ahead.
What are the chances?
They have better software in Lyon.
Satellite offices are always too busy.
I've been trying to ID the bodies of the people who crashed the operation in Dubai.
We're trying to locate where the crashers were going to stash those weapons you introduced.
Run DNA checks through.
Next, dark days ahead. And a shitload of hope.
Some people are bored by reconnaissance footage, but I love it.
The thing about the Russians is they never tell you the whole story.
Not now, Jensen. We're dealing with the situation here.
I finally finished the backup exfiltration plan for the upcoming Jakarta mission.
I'm working on identifying the bodies from the train station. Maybe we'll get lucky and one of them will have known terrorist connections.
We never got an official okay from the Indonesians, so...
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Never got an official okay from the Indonesians.
Access granted.
sponsorship. The LZ's totally overrun.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Dark days ahead.
Things got pretty hairy in Dubai.
What are the chances you knew he was taken?
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
I'd rather not say what they
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing. You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
I feel terrible for his wife.
No picnic range.
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
These are the chances you knew he was taken.
Exfil is impossible. The LZ's totally overrun.
Things got pretty hairy in Dubai.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Do the Jinn still believe what Singh told them, or don't they? We need to know.
You think one of them would pop up on some lists?
No. Adam, you're here. You made it in. It's good to see you're okay.
Hey, Aria, yeah. It was a close call. I got lucky. A lot of people didn't.
I was here working when the first reports came in. It was chaos. Phones ringing off the hook, people yelling, scrambling to find out what was going on. Then when Miller told me you were there,
I'm all right.
Good. You looking for him? Because he's tied up right now, a meeting with Lyon, I think.
Really? He's using the NSN right now?
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, hey, that reminds me, here's yours.
What's this?
The card for the shooting range. Chang changed all the codes this morning, said something about only giving access to people he's vetted personally. The bombing really freaked him out. Third one in 6 months, can you believe it? I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Aria. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I better get back downstairs. It's gonna be a busy day. Come by later if you want to talk.
Copy that.
The Jinn still believe what's in details will come. We need black box
Guys, might as well be folks.
Sorry, Adam, I can't really talk right now. Buried in paperwork here. Don't be shy, the shooting range is there. You can use it anytime. Don't be shy, the shooting range is there.
So, you've just... Decided you need some practice, huh? You know the best tip my training officer ever gave me? Reload your weapon before it's empty. Saves time. If you zoom in with an iron sight, you'll acquire targets faster. Try it. You'll see the difference. Of course, you know a headshot is the fastest way to take down a target. But watch out for helmets. They'll slow you down. If your target is wearing armor, you'll do less damage per round. right? Remember that, Agent. The right tool for the right situation. Could save your life. Now, let's take a look at the technical targets. These are tougher to disable using regular ammo. They tell me shooting security devices isn't usually the best way to go. You should try to disable them. Once you've disabled the security device, your armor-piercing rounds will take it out more easily. You should always have at least one backup weapon, so you can improvise, adapt, overcome any situation. Hoorah! Seems like you're warmed up now. Let's go over some of the other aspects of your weapons. I like how silencers reduce sound, but the trade-off is less stopping power, less damage per hit. See how much extra ammo you need because of the silencer? Back to normal. But if you need to be quiet, Adam, the silencer's the way to go. Just remember the decreased damage. You know, there are several other types of attachments you can use to upgrade your weapons. Keep your eyes open for them. Again, reloading your weapon before it's empty saves time. The pistol in full auto will take down targets fast, but it'll burn through your ammo. That's your refresher, but I'm sure you already knew all that stuff, Adam. Feel free to come back anytime.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam, hang on a sec. Filling out supply request forms for McCready and his boys is tedious as hell, but I don't want to give him another reason to say no.
Say no to what?
Are you kidding me? Right now, you're the only active augmented agent we have. I'm hoping to change that, been asking him every week practically, but so far, permission denied.
Really? He give you a reason?
Says my stress levels are too high. Told me I should sign up for meditation classes and drag Chang in with me so he'd chill out and stop changing security codes all the time. It sucks because I really wanted to find out who those crashers in Dubai were.
You were saying your stress levels were affecting your chances of becoming a field agent. Why is that?
I have a rare resistance to neuropazine. I need more than the average person, especially in stressful situations. They say I'd be too expensive, so it's not just discrimination. That would be easier to deal with. It's a combination of things.
Well, that combination of things is pretty bad in Prague, and getting worse.
I know. But Interpol was the only agency who would give me a chance, and this is where I was assigned. I have no problem with that. I'll take whatever they throw at me.
Good.
It took me months of rehabilitation, getting used to the new arm, learning how to shoot again, learning how to tie my own boots. But I did it, and I'm better than I was before. I want to help, and I can. My place is out there in the field where I can make a difference. You know that. And if you can do it, so can I.
Don't give up, Arya. Semper Fi.
Hoorah.
After the bombing, when Chang changed all the locks and codes, was he under orders? Was there a credible threat to our location?
Maybe, but I don't think so. You know how he gets. Still, he wasn't the only one overreacting this time. A lot of people have been here for over 36 hours, and the state police have not exactly been cooperative.
I can imagine.
It took several hours before we got the security footage from the train station and surrounding streets. It's like they don't trust Interpol. It's weird. I can almost understand Chang's paranoia.
Well, Chang doesn't trust anyone, especially anyone in law enforcement.
Well, if you thought he was high-strung before, the attack only made him more manic. He's making connections no one else sees, and some that may not be there.
Explosions tend to damage things like sensitive electronic equipment.
Right? Try telling him that.
I still can't believe Miller gave the gold mask case to McCready.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. You were there too. You're probably as pissed about those guys getting the drop on the team in Dubai as McCready is. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. Agent Singh might have been killed.
It could have been worse. That's why I want to find these guys. Maybe I'll talk to McCready, see if I can help.
Good luck with that. He chewed me out for asking if I could help with the case. I should have kept his new keycard. I don't want him stinking up my range anyway.
Well, I better let you get back to work.
Yeah, sure. Talk to you later. Hey, Adam. What's up?
Well, I better let you get back to work.
Yeah, sure. Talk to you later.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
You think one of them would pop up on some lists? You think one of them would pop up on some lists somewhere?
Last night, the Collective published the tax returns of the 50 richest people in Switzerland. It made for some very interesting reading. Turns out, 1%ers actually are evil.
Whoever did this bothered to stick around.
Q.
Turns out, 1%ers actually are evil.
Q. Just what I need. Another distraction.
They're posturing, as opposed
But they're
to
never going to beat the time they broadcast that sweatshop footage during the halftime show.
I've been hearing things. Are you two actually praising the collective?
The Prime Minister has cancelled all public appearances for the rest of this week. How's security over there?
Jensen, we need to...
No, that's not consistent with the train station cameras.
You think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere?
I'd rather not say what this reminds me of.
This is so weird.
You know who's been suspiciously quiet the last couple of days? The Collective.
Preemptive action would be great.
I've run DNA checks through all the problem with the Collective is that they've branded themselves as online Robin Hoods.
It's not like I support what the collective is doing.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Hey, Agent Jensen. Nice work in Dubai.
But still, you know what I want to know is who those ogged up guys in the gold masks were. I'll be compiling all the case files, and as soon as I know anything, it'll be up on the board. Hey, it's a good thing you got that signal booster offline. Agent Singh spent a long time getting in with the Jinn. Be a shame to have it blow his cover. The New Sons of Freedom, or NSF, is a small group of militant constitutionalists and secessionists operating in the continental United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. The group was formed as a reaction to the American government's increasingly authoritarian regime. NSF is committed to fighting the influence and control of a group of unknown people they believe to be the Illuminati with strategic guerrilla warfare strikes. They are suspected of having ties with Janus and the Juggernaut Collective. What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker activists, or hacktivists. Oh my god, I hate that one. Dedicated to the cause of freedom. At least that's what they say, or what their actions appear to say. They fight corruption by exposing hypocrisy and protecting the unprotected. No one knows the real power structure inside of the Collective, but there is one name that echoes over the darknet. And that name that echoes even louder than Hex, and you can talk to Peter Chang if you don't believe me, that name is Janus. And some say Janus runs everything, while others think there is no Janus. Janus. I mean, what can you say about him? Or her. Nobody really knows who or what Janus is. But what many believe is that Janus is running the most dangerous hacking group in the world, attacking corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale. The corporate world is terrified of Janus.
Patience is the first thing you learn to have. Run DNA checks for all the outfits.
I'd love to get a look at the bomb site myself, but
There's a rumor that the Church of the Machine God is building a machine that will help bring forth the singularity. Sure, I guess that's a possibility. I'm just not sure what they would plug that machine into.
This is so weird.
The Church of the Machine God has a leader, but all we know about her at this point is that she's a woman, and they call her Mother. That's creepy, right? I think that's really creepy. Here we go, the Church of the Machine God, and to some, the Church of the Machine, without the God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God. This group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There are a lot of contradictory reports on who they are and what they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses and become one with the Machine God through a ritual they call ascension. Samizdat is an underground news outlet that likes to think of itself as the real news. They are anti-establishment and anti-almost everything else, including business addresses, so we like to keep our eyes and ears open for any mention of them.
You think one of them would pop up on some lists?
You've heard of these guys. ARC, or the Augmented Rights Coalition. They're a human rights group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for augmented people. It was started by Dr. Talos Rucker, soon after the AUG incident when Rucker started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. Things seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge. Dr. Talos Rucker, former limb clinic doctor and current leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. Rucker has chosen to leave his native Germany and to live in the Utrecht complex near Prague as a protest to draw attention to the upcoming Human Restoration Act vote. Rucker is a pacifist and believes that what is happening in Prague is what will happen all over the world if the Restoration Act becomes law.
Run DNA checks through all the outlets.
What I hear, the explosives were designed to get maximum strength.
Guys might as well be ghosts.
Second,
No, it's the right path. I'm relieved, to be honest.
You know as much as I do about these guys. They're augmented, well-trained, and very dangerous. And they seem to be massing weapons and AUGs for some sort of attack. We don't know what yet.
You think one of them would pop up on some lists? Right
now, I think my blood is about 60% Catholic.
Our arms dealer Shepard, aka John Trent, is a former Special Forces commander and ex-Bell Tower operative. And as is typical for those ex-Bell Tower employees, he's been selling off old Bell Tower tech and weapons. But we don't need to worry about him anymore. He was killed by those gold mask guys in Dubai.
I'd rather not say what this reminds me of.
Wasim Alam, the head of the Jinn, former limb clinic doctor and surgeon before he turned to more profitable enterprises. He brings the same cold and calculated approach he brought to saving lives to running his business with his brother, Salar.
close my eyes, but all I
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies.
This guy is the face of the Jinn and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn. Real name Salar, works in conjunction with his cold and calculating brother, Wasim, who saved his life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his AUGs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization. I would have thought you'd had your fill of these guys since goodbye, Jensen. The Jinn, a group of smugglers led by twin brothers Salar and Wasim Alam. Their exact base of operations is unknown, but it's most likely in Muscat, Oman. The brothers Alam have been in operation since 2020, and have greatly expanded their operations since then, recruiting mercenaries, ex-military, nationalistic agitators, and other colorful criminal agitators from Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the surrounding regions. They deal in drugs, weapons, medical implants, AUGs, and they occasionally throw in some human trafficking. Ah, Agent Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100 credits. So I hope his incursion with the Jinn lasts another few months. You know, maybe he'll forget I owe him the money.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Purity First is an anti-AUG group dedicated to keeping humans humans, all pure, no augmentations. In their obsessive pursuit of this goal, they have taken extreme measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of breaking and entering, vandalism, and theft. On occasion, they've even become violent, being implicated in several assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human purity. They've been quiet since the incident.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Oh, here we go. The Diwali crime family. As you may already know, they're one of the largest crime syndicates in Eastern Europe, but they do business almost everywhere, from Northern Europe all the way to the Middle East. After their humble beginnings in a coastal town in Georgia, the Diwali quickly moved from gambling to more lucrative criminal enterprises, until they found their specialty, smuggling, which includes human trafficking too. The Diwali can get anything to anywhere. It's as if borders just don't exist to them. But their rapid expansion came at the cost of their Georgian purity when they started incorporating an ever-increasing number of Russians into the group. If you ask me, I think a major power struggle is coming within the Diwali. One of the old versus the new. The past versus the future.
You think one of them would pop up? Now I think my blood is about 60%.
Ah, the elusive Radic Nikoladze. This guy's a piece of work, driven and ruthless. When he came up, he was the youngest boss in the Diwali crime family. The man spends more money on suits than most people spend on their houses. But don't let the looks and the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he's squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Where I hear,
Classic Diwali structure has two spies, or pakhans, working for the lieutenant who report directly to the boss, to make sure he stays the boss. Those guys are pretty violent.
These guys might as well be ghosts. You'd think one of them would pop up on some list.
Ah, the Diwali called this guy Constantine. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Diwali crime family, answering to Otar Batkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radic Nikoladze and beyond. Between you and me, I suspect that he's a Pakhan, a spy that watches the Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss. Otar Batkavelli. This guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a real businessman. One of those gangsters who thinks that crime is a necessary evil, you know? If it's gonna happen, he's there to make sure people have respect and make good money. Good business. Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vano. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
These guys might as well be ghosts. These guys might as well be ghosts.
Listening to this police chatter? My God, it's
Two mobsters in the morgue
right now, members of the same family.
Apparently shot each other. That leads to some pretty horrifying speculation.
I just wish someone would nut up and take the blame.
As opposed to conducting an actual investigation.
My boss hasn't checked in for days. It occurs to me that he might be buried somewhere in the rubble.
The people studying the train station security camera footage asked my opinion about how vulnerable the
I'd love to get a look at the
surveillance
bomb site myself, but no dice, not our show.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing. Any grade B hacker could have tampered with the station security cameras. It would have taken half an hour. 10 minutes for me.
What I
Any
hear,
grade
the
B
explosives
hacker
were
could have
designed to get
tampered with the
maximum
station
spread.
security cameras. It would have taken half an hour.
This is so weird.
Devastating terror attack. Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured yesterday. Bombs exploded inside Rusika train station. I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. Some residents in the neighboring Budalek complex. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks, could the good doctor be changing his tune?
I don't even know where to start with your likely percentages.
This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
You think one of them would pop up
Picus
on the list?
the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the
What
world.
I hear, the explosives were designed to get maximum spread.
Is freedom of the press a threat to our
Guys,
freedoms?
might as well be ghosts.
In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can. And radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective.
You think one of them would pop up
The
on
end
the
of
list?
action will be great.
Is it or is it not a probable
You
target?
think one of them would pop up on some list?
Patience is the first thing to learn to handle.
Run DNA checks for all the outputs. Nothing.
Right now, I think my blood is about to
Run DNA
Negative.
checks
They're
for all
saying
the
it was faulty
outputs.
wires.
Nothing.
Access granted.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
I'd love to get a look at the bomb site myself, but no dice, not our show.
I'll nail it.
You think one of them would pop up on some list?
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really does the talking.
This is so weird.
Most likely eyewitnesses were smashed in the exchange.
Patience is the first thing to learn to handle.
I just wish someone would nut up and take the blame.
This is so weird.
Negative. They're saying it was faulty wiring. I know, right?
Right now, I think my blood is
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Composition is rubbing through the triggers that are how's security over there?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
For all the outputs. Run DNA checks for all the output agencies. Nothing.
I highly doubt that.
Access granted.
You know, state police aren't above profile.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
This is so weird. Patience is the first thing to learn to handle.
Run DNA checks for all the outputs. You think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere?
I'd rather not say what gives me
This is so weird.
Preemptive action would be great if you knew where to start.
Patience is the first thing you learn.
Hey, Adam.
Security footage from the train station is spotty, man. Terrible. Guys might have loved ghosts.
Execution is impossible. The elements won't be overrun.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
I don't even know where to start with your
Half the Cybercrimes Division is combing the web for any hint of those mystery guys from Dubai. That's not really our area of expertise. Miller wants these guys bad. Half the Cybercrimes Division is combing the web for any hint.
I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction. Give us a minute. I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction. He plays it too close to the edge.
He made it out of Dubai, didn't he?
I'm telling you, if it had been anyone but Jensen on the ground, Singh would be dead.
Well, you know what? I think you're right about that. I got to hand it to you for your role in Dubai.
First the Dubai mission and now the train station bombing. This is a week for the record books.
I'm not afraid of a little enemy fire, but I know I couldn't have done what you did for Singh.
They say bad things come in threes. I hope they're wrong, because I don't think we're equipped to handle another terror problem this week. They say bad things come in threes. I hope they're wrong, because I don't think we're equipped to handle another.
I'm not afraid of a
It
little
is Jensen,
fire,
yes?
but I know I...
Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again, in civvies at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome, but I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. That ambush knocked everyone on their asses. TF-29, Bell Tower, the Jinn. To cover all the angles, I need to go back. Hopefully my cover is still good. You killing the signal booster at the hotel should help.
You're thinking the Jinn can get a beat on our gate crashers faster than TF-29.
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, once. But it's a long story. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the Jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. Two other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal, and one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day.
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be ex-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered their weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you only feel like an imposter out here. In the real world.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
I'm scheduled to return from the dead at 0:30 Omani time.
I think Director Miller's making a mistake, putting all our resources into finding these Dubai newcomers.
After Cybercrime's division is combing the web for any hint of those mystery guys from Dubai. That's not really our area of expertise. Miller wants these guys bad. Look, I'm going as fast as I can.
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
I've got to hand it to you for your role in Dubai.
In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective leaked classified corporate documents, causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list
Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite whatever praises the underground media wants to sing. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Ariel is constantly bringing the best and latest.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet
Our
agencies.
portable data
Nothing.
massive storage capacity.
Look, I'm going to press.
More than 1,000 other unique and patented features. Ariel, up in the stratosphere. Back to New York, and a more in-depth
These
look
guys
at
might as well
UN
be
Security
ghosts.
Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed documentation. Individuals who ultimately...
This is so weird.
In only locations. Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the August hit, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentation. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world.
I guess the transit authority isn't in as much of a hurry as you are.
Escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized
Agent
the
Jensen.
dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
God, my eyes want to retreat through my skull.
These guys might as well be
I'm going
ghosts.
as fast as I
terror
can.
attack. 200
1 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
That horrible day.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
You think one of them would pop up?
Access granted.
This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Exclusivity, anonymity, security. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at
These
Palisade
guys might as well be
Property Bank
ghosts.
have made addressing those concerns priority one. Information archived within the walls of Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assured anonymity. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet
Isn't in as much
agencies.
of a hurry as you are.
Around the clock, around the world.
God, my eyes are
Turning the city still reeling in the wake of a devastating terror attack. Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured yesterday when bombs exploded inside Rizika train station. I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Udalet complex. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in a matter of weeks, could the good doctor be changing his tune? Your guess is as good as mine. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. Is freedom of the press a threat to our freedom? In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can be. Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an elusive group of vigilantes. For exposing big money corruption. What these journalists overlook is the damage these hackers leave in their wake. Last
Is there something I can help you with, Agent?
I hear you're on point looking into the gold mask mercs that hit us in Dubai. Any leads yet?
Christ, I know I'm good, Jensen, but I've only been on it for 5 minutes.
A lot can happen in 5 minutes, McCready. You check with the ME yet? Get anything off the bodies we recovered?
Leftovers are on ice at the Oman substation. I've been told they were scrubbed clean as summer whites. No prints, no dental, no nothing.
So in other words, it's no steps forward and 2 steps back.
For now. That's why it's a good thing you disabled the Jinn's comms booster in Dubai. Singh's cover with the Jinn is still intact. I'm hoping once he's back in Basra, he can use his network to dig around. Maybe these gold-masked jokers will ping locally. Probably another fucking jihad looking to make some noise.
I don't know. I'm not so sure we should be looking for these guys in the desert.
Ah, is that so? You have some new information you feel like sharing?
Come on, McCready. These guys were augmented with military-grade hardware. Body augmentation goes against Muslim beliefs. They weren't jihadists. We're dealing with something new here.
I can see where you're going with this, Jensen, and I'm asking you right now to back off it. It's not your case.
Come on, McCready. We're not a couple of beat cops filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose caller it is. It's about getting the people responsible. Full stop.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm working a $5 investigation on 50 cents worth of shit. I've got speculation to spare, mate. Listen, I know I come off strong. I've got 3 ex-wives that'll back that up. But that's just how I'm built. Putting on a show for the new guys, I'm gonna change what's underneath.
I can appreciate that kind of honesty.
Good. So when I say I'm impressed with how you handled yourself in Dubai, you can appreciate that I meant it. With that sandstorm giving us colonics, stripping the juice box out the chopper was an inspired choice. But that mission is over, and your involvement in it ends now. Got it?
Yeah. But tell me, why do you think the bodies from Dubai were sent to Oman?
Fuck knows. Rumor is that Oman was pissed that we got the green light for the gig in the first place. Can't blame them, really.
You don't think it's strange we got the call over them?
I stopped questioning the logic of the big noise a long time ago. What I'm told is we were the only team ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So then you know what I know. That everything?
How the hell did you get such a sunny disposition anyway, McCready?
Knowing about me is not going to make us friends, Jensen. But I'll humor you. Fine. I joined regular army straight out of secondary school, made UKSF at 25 and was recruited into the SRR 4 years later.
Special Reconnaissance Regiment. That's an elite unit.
Oh yeah, it's very glamorous. All champagne and blowjobs.
So what happened?
After 12 years hunting terrorist shitbirds across every desert on the face of the earth, I found there was no fucking end to the evil this world churned out. I couldn't see the point in what we were doing anymore. So I quit.
So what brought you back to the life?
I suppose it was purpose. A tool without a job to do can only grow rust. So here I am, back in it, serving my purpose. As a tool yourself, mate, you should understand that, yeah?
Yeah, I got it. It was nice talking to you, McCready.
No, it wasn't.
Close my eyes, but all I see is screen.
Composition can tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that we
My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here. Station, the train station, we feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
The lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked. I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party.
You got an MO on this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced?
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is. I need you to find out as much as you can about our Snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
I'm gonna need more information about this Snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions. I need you to find out as much as you can about our Snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
All right. You have any leads?
I traced our hacker Snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Halavni. Just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
Shouldn't you be out there tracking down whoever tried to hack into us?
You said some hacker's been getting too close to the task force. What is it you need me to do exactly?
I gave you the address of where the hack's been coming from. I need you to find out who's doing this. Figure out what they know and what they want. Remember, if the location of the task force is exposed, none of us are safe.
As soon as I know something, so will you.
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet.
Copy of error. I'd rather not say it.
You think one of them would pop up and try to win us?
So, you've decided you need some...
Hey, Adam.
It would be easier if someone would just step up and do it.
My goodness. Sorry if I was rude before. If the store had been empty.
We all have our roles to play, Sedlak. How's yours going?
It is giving me new respect for criminals who run front operations. Late shipments, supply problems, random police searches at customs. Ugh.
I thought this store was just a front.
Best Front is a real company. Prahadovos is registered as an international shipping corporation in every country in the EU.
I can get an office, way station, or depot up and running anywhere in Europe within 72 hours. I do not suppose you spoke to Agent Chang while you were down there.
He told me you've been hacked. I'm looking into it.
Good. I will sleep better knowing an experienced field agent is on the case.
Anything you can tell me about this hack?
Chang will know more than me. I just told him something strange was going on. Utility statements being accessed, incomplete information on orders, that kind of thing.
The kind of thing that's easy to miss. Surprised you noticed it.
When you have been doing this as long as me, you start to question every little thing. Plus, that old lady kept coming around.
Old lady?
Chatty thing. I thought she was just lonely, until I caught her staring at the terminal when my back was turned.
Did you confront her about it?
I told Chang. Asked him to put a field agent on it.
Field agent?
We both know the deal, Jensen. There are two types of agents in this office. The ones who do the footwork and work the leads, and the ones who analyze them.
And you think Chang's one of those?
I think Chang lives in his head too much. He is good. He's very good. But it is also good that the task force brought in a new psychologist this month.
Well, I'd better get going. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Do not tell me, tell Chang. I have a cover to keep. I'm glad you were not hurt in the bombing yesterday, Agent Jensen. The task force needs good men like you.
Thanks, Sedlak. Take care.
That's quite a look.
Chang, I think I have something on our secret admirer. Group called Samizdat. Mean anything to you?
You mean those conspiracy nuts? Very bad for business. How much do they know?
Not sure. Good news is I got an exact location.
Find out whatever you can. What they know, what they want. If they blow the task force's cover, it's only a matter of time before someone blows up the task force.
Don't worry, Chang. I don't want the walls coming down just yet.
Máš něco do hlášení?
Let's keep looking.
Anything out of the ordinary?
Listen to that crap.
These assholes try anything.
Switch off patrol.
I know what you're thinking. It's probably really expensive. And it is. But it's the experience of a lifetime, friend.
Hand them over.
Jestli to takhle půjde dál, turistický ruch půjde do kopru.
Do not move from this spot. I have to take a closer look
Teroristický
at
útoky
this.
v pražských ulicích,
You can get
to
all of
neprospěje
this and
obchodu.
more tonight in the red light.
I love the underground system.
Okay,
in this
I'll let you
city.
through.
There's
This
no
time.
better way to
Visit
get away.
the notorious red light district and
Shame
drag your
about
friends
the
back.
train station bombing. Prague could learn a lot from London.
You see this?
That's
eh?
the kiss
You
of
see
that.
this
Get
move?
ahead.
Sure you do. You can't keep your eyes off me. But eyes only, eh? Come tonight to the red light.
You got the shit to go here? He's moving my purse.
I heard a bunch of runaways live down in the sewers. How much longer is it going to be?
Chceš se zahřát? Ty nevypadáš jako typ, který by potřeboval někoho, jako jsem já. Ty seš takovej heterák až to...
I've lived in Prague my whole life. Never seen it this bad. Before the economic reforms.
Do not mind me, I was just leaving.
I hope not, no. If you're hoping to buy something from me, you're out of luck. Hello.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
What did she say? Is it benign?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
How are they taking it?
How are they taking it?
Já tady během té doby byl. Dobrý, tak zítra zatím.
What did she say? Haven't we got rid of them yet?
So, what do you do? Everyone else in this place is trying to sell me something. I'm guessing you're no different? Let me warn you, I'm a tough audience, but then that's the nature of audiences, isn't it?
I should have stayed in bed.
Not much going
I would
on.
leave Prague for good, but really? Where would I go? There are problems everywhere. Some worse than...
You looking at something?
Promiň, augi neberu. Běž si užít nějakou povolenou zábavu. Ty jsou i pojištěny.
There is no such thing as free will. We are programmed from birth. Heredity, culture, background. We think we make choices, but even they are programmed. We think we can make choices, but if everything is predestined, do they even matter?
Dogs are pretty quiet, Clank. Know what would be even more quiet? If you weren't around here.
I have to make some changes.
Stay with your own kind.
Hele, spěcháme bez urážky. Táhni, plechovko.
No time for release. I'm not really in a hurry. I just don't want to talk, I'm telling you. I hear whispers in the wall.
They speak the truth.
You sure it's not in your head, brother?
Shh. We be clack, clack typing. Computers, don't you hear it?
I don't hear anything.
Shh. Just listen. I've seen them go in and out. I've seen them go in and out.
My brother hears noises. You've done nothing to you.
Go away.
I'm sleeping. Get out of here. Get lost.
Nemám čas. Teď nemůžu.
Harvard? Oh, thank God. What's going on? What are the charges? Don't believe it. No, I was speaking literally. He never touched that shit in his life. You're telling me this now? What the fuck were you waiting for? This? No. You're his uncle and his godfather. You're not supposed to help him become a goddamn junkie. You're supposed to help him. You've done a great fucking job so far. No, no bail. You pay for it. You find a lawyer. You get him out of there. Some of the people in this family need to take responsibility.
Get the hell away from me. I do not have time to deal with you. Whatever you're selling, I'm not interested.
This is Eliza Cassell. Reporting to you. Live. From in yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Pacific Airlines Flight 451 were killed. When an
then segue into earthquakes and clones, follow up on Dubai, and finish with local. Where are we on Brahmos?
You're asking all the right questions. Still needs an ending.
You said that place is a front for a front. I want to know more. I want facts. what about you?
I still think we should lead with Moonbase.
He's right. Moonbase is sexy.
Since when are we trying to be sexy? Do I look like Eliza Kazan to any of you?
You absolutely do not.
Deep breaths, people. Let's take a minute to think about who we are, what it is we're trying to accomplish here.
Don't shoot!
Shit.
We're journalists!
Who invited the agent type?
Who are you? What do you want? Why are you here? You here because of the Dubai story? The article about the moonbase? The clones on the moonbase? Who sent you?
I'm here for Sam's dad. You in charge?
I take charge, but I'm not in charge, man. No one owns or dictates the truth. Freedom of information is a collective right, man, and a collective responsibility. That said, you gotta break someone's nose, you break my nose.
I didn't come here to break anything. I just need you to cooperate.
I spent my 20s in a commune, man. I'm all about cooperation.
Good. It's about something you've been looking into. It's making some people nervous. What do you know about Praha Dovos?
Oh, that little import company? I know there's more than boxes in the basement. We've seen agent types come in and out. The place is a curtain. The first in a series of many. Pull them all back and you'll find... Damn. Tell me I'm wrong.
It's a dead end.
Right. Guys like you always come down here because of dead ends.
Fine. Then what if it's something other people are already looking into? If someone like you makes too much noise, that may compromise any chance they have of uncovering something bigger. Do you understand?
I'm supposed to believe we're colleagues now? You men in black types, you walk into Pike's newsroom, tell them to be hush-hush about something, and they do it. But that's not how it works here. One day, you will all be exposed. If not by me, then someone just like me. Samizdat isn't one voice. K isn't one man.
What did you mean when you said K wasn't one man?
K is an ideal, the intangible leader of tangible resistance. You can kill me, but then little K would become K. Kill little K and Bones over there becomes K. There's always a K.
And what if you kill Bones?
You can't kill Bones, man. Bones isn't real. I think he was one of them. He was supposed to be a prince of Belgium, man, but then he broke his condition. We found him inside this fucking cult, all confused, so we reprogrammed him with the truth.
Right. Suppose I needed to make a deal with Samizdat. There's no one person I can talk to?
Depends on the deal. I mean, there's always going to be an editor. Editor makes the final call on all published material. That would be me.
So you could ensure that something doesn't get talked about?
Depends on the deal.
What exactly do you do down here?
Samizdat is a media uprising. While Picus panders to corporate tyranny and government bullshit, we pump out the truth. We uncover it, we write it, we publish it. We get our noses broke for it.
So you print pamphlets?
Well, we do a lot more than that. We got ways of getting into Picus media network. That's how we disseminate information.
Information you get by hacking into places you shouldn't.
The truth is buried. If digging it up means skirting a few rules, so be it.
I need you to stop looking into Brahandovos, but not for the reason you assume.
Relax, I get it. You don't think I do, but I do. You got to appease your military industrial masters. We've all been there, man.
I'm not who you think I am. The kinds of people who manipulate the news, who cover things up. You don't need to convince me that's who the enemy is.
The enemy is anyone who conceals the truth. And that's exactly what you're asking me to do. To pretend like that little import company isn't hiding something.
I'm asking you to see a difference between conspiracy and discretion. Between people who hide information in order to push their own agendas and those who need to stay off the radar in order to do their jobs. You, of all people, should understand.
Okay. Okay, look. You seem like a reasonable guy. Huh? Hell, I've usually been punched by now. I find this refreshing. Here's the deal. We promise to forget all about Praha Devos and stay out of your way as long as you give us something better.
What do you suggest?
The only thing I hate more than secret organizations are toothless media conglomerates who don't hold anyone accountable, who spit lie after lie after lie. So I propose a trade. There are places my people can't get into. You get into one of those places and find me some dirt on the real enemy here. Picus Media. Do that, and I'll cut whatever you want me to cut. Who knows? Maybe you'll even learn something.
You're gonna forget everything you know about Praha Devos for now. It's the only way you get to protect your ideals.
Right, because concealing information is obviously the best way to keep people informed. You really think I'm that stupid? There's this word you might want to look up. It's called transparency. It means people have the right to know, no matter what the cost.
Fair enough, but there's a difference between speculation and fact. Right now I'm betting you don't have anything tangible to go on. You don't know who I am, what my role is, or what's really going on. Wait until the facts are out before you go spewing misinformation everywhere. Before you get people killed.
Okay, maybe I don't have all the facts yet, I'll give you that, but I know something's going on down there. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. That's why you always have to keep digging. The truth, the real truth. It's a rare fucking bird, man. And if you're too slow or too careful, it fucking flies off. So when I get so much as a hint of truth, I strike when I can, as hard as I can.
Whatever the cost, is that it? You want to be better than Picus, right? So what does Picus do? They frighten people. They sensationalize the news. They misdirect. If you want to resist them, you need to strive to be objective. You need to deal in truths. And the truth is, putting Praha Devos under the spotlight right now is dangerous to me and useless to the public. Wait until it's time.
Okay, I get it. I don't want to compromise no one's investigative journalism. Sometimes you move too fast and the real story flies off before you even had a chance to see it. That's not what we do here. So you go break open whatever it is you're breaking open, and we'll lay off Praha Devos. For now.
You're making the right choice.
We'll see. You know, we could still use your help, though. Journalistic integrity may not mean very much topside, but it still means something down here. And that's why I think you should help us. You're our best shot at hitting the mass media where it hurts.
All right, what do you want to know about Picus?
I want skeletons. The kind that companies like Picus come all the way to Prague just to bury. Corporate archiving, man.
Corporate archiving, huh? You asking me to break into a bank?
I'm not talking vaults here. Ashani Talvar, the Palisade CEO. She leverages her clients, keeps information about them close at hand. She's got something on Picus, I know it. I just can't get to it, but I bet you could. You poke into her office, find something that proves how nasty Picus is, how much they love to piss on the truth, and I promise you this, I'll misplace any file you want.
We'll see. Chang, you there?
What do you got for me?
Took care of Sama's dad. No one's going to be reading anything about us anytime soon.
Oh, I'll cancel the movers. How'd you do it?
I've reasoned with them. They're not going to give us any trouble.
Reasoned? With the conspiracy nuts.
I know what I'm doing.
I finally got through to my contact in the trade office. Okay, fuck off.
Keep trying, Bones. Keep giving them out.
So, got anything on Picus?
I'm still on it. What are you working on right now? What's your big story?
We don't write stories, man. We bombard with facts. 63% of all earthquakes since 1997 were caused by geological bombs. Did you know that?
Must have missed that one.
There is nothing natural about these disasters. You like figures? 7.1 million Augs left in the world. That's down 89% since the incident. Darknet Chatterman up 73% since that thing in Dubai. It's all related. You want a spoiler? You want the bottom line? I'll tell you. All part of a selective depopulation agenda they've had from the beginning. The means change, the targets change, but not the ideal. And our governments, they know about this, but the public has no idea. Why? Why is that? Because Picus controls 94% of the world's media, and 97% of what they report is complete bullshit! That's a fact.
You mentioned something about Dubai. What do you know about what happened there?
Ex-bell tower mercenaries working with local Slavic gangsters caught in the middle of a puppet show in the Middle East. The whole thing was carefully crafted vaudeville.
Crafted by who?
Someone who likes to read the game. Puppet on each hand, man.
Where do you get this information from? Who's your source?
Voices in the dark, man. The moment you fall asleep is the moment they start talking. Gidara, Kilva, Changala. That's what I hear. Whispers out of reach. It's like a scent. Something no one can hold on to yet.
So you have no idea?
I got plenty of ideas, but the more I talk, the less I can hear. Besides, journalistic integrity, man. We're not pikers down here, okay? We're one of the few media outlets left that aren't part of the global control mechanism. Indirect means on one side, direct means on the other. And once you're in the wheels of the machine, you're finished!
What do you need me to do exactly?
Dig up some dirt on Picus Media at the property map. When you have something, we'll talk about getting the truth out there to the people.
Don't go anywhere.
I still think we should lead with Moonbase. Whatever you do, don't drink the coffee.